Hello, my name is Phillip Sexton, co-owner and co-chief design engineer of Safety Plus Steering Control. Safety Plus was created over 30 years ago in 1980 in Atlanta, Georgia, for the purpose of creating a safer and much more comfortable driving experience for our customers. Welcome to our video. We are here today to show you our valued customers and our dealer network on how to properly install a Safety Plus steering control. So without further ado, let's get started. Today, we're here installing the 41230 Safety Plus steering control on a 2001 Freightliner Columbia chassis. This is the proper unit for this vehicle. We also have chosen the 55104-6 bracket, as you see here, and the 55206 tie rod bracket, as you see here. These brackets are typically black, and that's the way they normally come when you order the Safety Plus. We've also using the 3/8 by 1.5 inch U-bolts with locking nuts to install the tie rod bracket. As you can see, we have already installed our 55104-6 anchor bracket. Special note, it is gray in color. We did this just for the video purposes. Note also, the flat side of the bracket is pointing towards the inside of the vehicle. We've mounted on the left front side of the vehicle. We've removed these two U-bolt nuts here, along with the washers, installed the bracket, and then retightened these nuts to torque specifications of the chassis. Now we'll go on and install the Safety Plus. Now that we have our anchor bracket installed, we'll install our large bolt in the hole that is closest to the tie rod that will not interfere with the Safety Plus on the tie rod. Then we'll install the Safety Plus. Slide the Safety Plus up on the bolt. Then at that time you can actually just let it hang, and it won't fall off if you don't pick it back up. Then we install the nut along with our flat washer. The flat washer going on first, of course. Once that's done, you can leave this loose for the time being. Then we move on to the tie rod. On the tie rod, approximately where your bracket is going to be located, we want to take a towel and just wipe it clean. If there's any oil, debris, dirt, that sort of thing. And some kind, you may need a wire brush to clean it up a little bit. In this case, we don't. Then what we want to do is we want to take our 55206 tie rod bracket. As you'll note, has a V in it like this. That V has to go against the tie rod. Now, we painted this bracket gray for video enhancement purposes. So what we'll do is install the bracket with our U-bolts, as so, holding everything in place where we can get our nuts on. Then we install the nuts onto the U-bolts, and they don't have to be tight at this time yet. Once we get these on, we will move on and now install the large bolt onto the Safety Plus. Now at this time we're going to use the washer on the bolt because we're going through the Safety Plus first. At this time, we stick it through the hole, the one closest to the Safety Plus, for clearance purposes right here. Then we'll install our nut. And at this time, we can proceed to tighten the bolts. We start here, get the anchor bracket bolt tight first, then we'll move over and snug up the tie rod bracket onto the tie rod. The reason for that is to square that V of the bracket against the tie rod. At that time, after that's done, then we can tighten this last bolt, and that's last always, because this helps with your adjustment procedures if you need to do one. Now, I'll go ahead and tighten these up, and we'll get everything in place like it's supposed to be. Now the necessary tools, of course, is a 1 1/8 inch socket. In this application, I'm using an electric impact with a 1 1/8 inch end wrench to hold the bolt as we tighten. And now again, as I said, we want to snug the U-bolts up on the tie rod before we tighten that large bolt. Not totally tight, just enough so that that bracket will square up. Now we want to snug them on up a little bit more, positioning our safety plus in the best way we can so that it's not hanging below the vehicle. Now in the last one, we tighten the tie rod bracket with the large bolt onto the safety plus. Now our installation is complete. Now that your Safety Plus installation is complete, we would like to thank you for being with us today. And also remember, at any time should you need to contact us for further assistance, the information at the conclusion of this video will be provided for that purpose, and one of our technical reps will be glad to help you. Thanks again, and have a safe trip.